Hi, I'm Jane and welcome to Loopy Mabel's Closet, my very own dressmaking journey towards a handmade wardrobe. In today's video I'm going to show you what I've been sewing so far this week just gone, so please stay tuned. Welcome back. So what have I been sewing this week? Well, my last video when I shared with you my 3 makes in a week, well, I've kind of slightly failed on that. It's not a failure, but I didn't do all 3. I only managed to get the 2 main items that I said I was going to do completed. The third one, which was if you remember, the cat, tiger, lion type of fabric on a green background, to show you there. And I didn't know what I was going to do with it because it was a fabric that really wasn't my type of scene, I suppose. And I'm going to make some like pajama type bottoms, lounge bottoms, and that is the pattern. I was going to make the lounge bottoms there, and if I had enough to make the t-shirt, or if not a t-shirt, maybe a vest. But yeah, so I didn't get that done or even cut out, so that is on my very next thing to make. I like to when I set a goal, I like to try and achieve what I've done. If I don't get it done in the time scale, I still want to get it done. So this is not going to go on the back burner, because if it does, it'll probably stay there and I need to get it made, because it'll just drive me up the wall if I don't. And also it is this fabric was kindly given to me from minerva.com, an English site which has everything you can think of with haberdashery, fabric, sewing patterns, and I'm a guest blogger on there, and they've sent me this fabric for me to make something. I'll obviously do a blog post, so I have to get it done either way. So yes, so that will be my next project. So when I get it done with this pattern, I will share that with you on the next one, but that's going to be my next project, so I'll keep you posted on that one there. So going on to the 2 that I did make, if you remember in the last video, I was going to make the Almada Robe and the Roscoe Blouse. So got them both done just in the nick of time in the week, like I said I promised you I would, and wow, what absolutely gorgeous patterns they both were. I absolutely loved making them both. Really simple patterns, to be honest, both only requiring like a front and a back and 2 sides maybe. That was it. There's nothing technical. There was no zips, no buttons, no unusual shapes or darts, or there's no shaping really. So they're really simple patterns to do, and I absolutely had a ball making them both. I can't say which one's my favourite because I'm going to make them both again. So I'll start off with the Almada Robe, which is on Mabel the mannequin today. She is loving wearing this robe. So the fabric I used to make the Almada Robe is a jersey knit fabric by Art Gallery Jersey, and the design is, let me just double check, Wonderland Enchanted Leaves. So I picked this fabric because I just loved the design, and it had a type of Japanese oriental feel to it, like Japanese tree blossom type of look. And it's not normally a colour that I would pick, but I'm trying to stretch myself, I suppose, go out my comfort zone, I suppose, in a way, because I normally go for old-fashioned vintage style fabrics, muted colours, like, you know, colours of yesteryear type of thing. So I am quite into anything that's vintage inspired. I love things of days gone by and the way they used to dress. So this is totally out of my comfort zone. It's not something I would have picked. So I thought, you know, you've got to stretch yourself, you've got to go and try something different. And I absolutely love it. This colour really suits me too. I'll show you some pictures of me wearing it in the garden. And it is I think it was designed as like a robe, a lounge robe, dressing gown, kimono style, but I'm going to wear it with my jeans and my clogs, and I'll show you a picture of me wearing it. And it's going to be one that I'm definitely going to wear out and about. I won't be wearing it as a lounge outfit. It's definitely going to be a casual day outfit for me, and it was just such an easy pattern to do. I'll show you the patterns. So yeah, so this is the Almada Robe. Just remind you there of the pattern. It's a PDF pattern. I've downloaded it from the Seamwork website. I do subscribe there, and I love it because you've got lots of patterns to choose from, and you just download them and you collect points and what have you, or credits. So I thought, yeah, I'd have a go at this, but purely for a daytime wear, not for lounging or nighttime wear. And I really, really do love it. Now, I did make a bit of a mistake. Well, we'll call it a happy accident, actually. There's the tie, the two ties, and then there's the cuffs that you add onto the sleeve shaping. It's all like in like a grown on sleeve, so there's no actual sleeves to put in, and I put the ties on the cuff and the cuff as the ties. So typical of me when I'm doing things, I sort of skim the pattern rather than fully reading it, because I'm just so keen to get things made. And because they're very similar in length, the pieces, and very similar in width. So I just took the pattern pieces off and put them to one side, thinking they were the ties and they were the cuffs. Well, obviously I got them mixed up. So when I was putting the cuffs on, it was saying matching the notches, and I was thinking, notches? There's no notches on mine. So I just carried on thinking I must have missed the notches off. So I carried on, added them on, and then when I came to do the ties, there was notches in the ties, and I just thought, I wonder if they should have been the cuffs. Well, yeah, they should have been, but I thought I'm not going to unpick it because I quite like it actually with a deeper cuff. And then it's unique to me, and I think if I made it again, I'd probably do it this way again, but I'd have done it the wrong way around, but you wouldn't know. So obviously I've got a deeper cuff than the pattern says, and obviously the ties, and I'll just show you, really simple. So it's just got the two ties, and the ties are kind of like stitched onto the front, and you like stitch them that way, and then you turn them over on themselves and then stitch them down that way, so it gives them a really strong fastening for the tie. And literally the pattern does say put some sort of press stud or fastening up there, but I'm not going to bother with that. I don't think it needs it. And obviously you just tie it, and it's as simple as that. I'll show you. I'll just rotate Mabel, so it's a lovely length, just comes beyond, covers my bottom. Or for the inside, the pattern just says turn over the edges and just, sew it down. But I got one of my pretty bias tapes that I had. I'll just pick this lovely little pink one. I'll show you a close-up of this as well, so you can see. And I just edged off the front facings, I suppose you could call them, in the tape. And then I thought, oh, why not do it for the hem? So I also added it along the bottom edge of the hem. And I like the fact that it's given it just that little bit of weight too, so it makes it hang lovely too. And I'll just fasten it again. I'll definitely make it again in another type of fabric that recommended in the pattern. But I thought I'd stretch myself and do something that was totally not, out of my comfort zone, and I'm so glad I did, because I love it. And that is the Almada Robe. So really, really gorgeous make, super simple. I'll show you the detail of the pattern. So if you've never seen or heard of the Almada Robe, it really, don't let it put you off. It's really simple. It just comprises of 4 pieces, 2 fronts and 2 backs. You can see there, and that's all it is. And then you just add the cuffs on, and then there's 2 ties, and that is it. So really simple. So yeah, really pleased with it and absolutely love wearing it. I just love the colour, really do love the colours. So yeah, I'll be making some more of these, and my daughter loved it and my mum. So I'm thinking Christmas presents. I think I'm something I might get a nice crepe de chine fabric and make one for my mum for Christmas. And my daughter said she would probably wear hers through the day like me, so I'd probably get her something a little bit really stylish for my daughter, because she's obviously younger than me, so she would go for different things than I would. So I'm thinking Christmas ideas already, and I know I could get these made and in advance and wrap in tissue paper and put away for Christmas. So I'm already thinking, planning ahead, which isn't like me at all actually. So that is the Almada Robe. So following on from the Almada Robe, I went straight on to the Roscoe Blouse, which was my second make that I had planned, and it's by True Bias. I'll just remind you of the pattern. And there is 3 options on this pattern. There's the blouse, the I suppose tunic length, and then there's the dress length. I haven't got very many blouses in my wardrobe so far, so I wanted to make the blouse. I've got quite a lot of tunic length dresses. That would be nice in like a winter wool type of fabric with some tights and my clogs, I'm thinking. So I could be tempted, but I went for the blouse. And God, another super simple make. Oh, seriously, I've been really lucky. All the patterns I've made so far this year have been super simple, unless they're all simple, and I always thought they were going to be technical, because these ones I have done have not. They've been absolute breeze, just such a pleasure. I'm really enjoying my dressmaking at the minute. I'm taking my time, I'm not in a rush, and I'm not frightened to unpick, because I don't think I've made anything yet that I haven't had to unpick something on. It's because either A, I'm like a bull in a china shop and I just go straight in and don't read the pattern properly, and then I stitch something, and then when I read the pattern I've stitched it wrong or upside down or up, wrong way. So there's always something I have to unpick. So the Roscoe Blouse. So if you recall, in my last video I showed you the fabric I was going to use. It was that gorgeous, this is what's left off my roll, so it's a little bit cut into, but it's this gorgeous, I'll just show you, gorgeous, turn it round, this gorgeous, it's this gorgeous French chambray. Now I don't know whether it really is a French chambray. It says chambray on the whatever that is, the cardboard reel, but it's absolute, I just love it. Now this is more the fabric that I would choose as opposed to the Almada. Can you see oops, sorry Mabel, can you see they are totally different? But I'm loving this fabric too now, so I am going to try and pick different fabrics now that aren't all muted and old-fashioned looking, even though this is absolutely gorgeous fabric. So yeah, so that's the chambray. So what did I make? Well, the Roscoe Blouse, and here it is, and I'll show you some pictures of me yet again strutting my stuff in the garden wearing it. But isn't that the most prettiest make? I love the gathered neckline and the tie detailing. In fact, this is the second item I've made in the last 2 weeks with that like gathered neck. Made the Wilder gown, which is very similar, like ruffled neck detailing, and again this Roscoe blouse, and I just love the pretty gathered cuffs, like a 3/4 sleeve, it just comes above your wrist, so perfect length so it doesn't get in the way, and you just added like a bias to the cuff, so you gathered the cuff and then added that bias detailing. There's the neck, and again that was with a bias, and you added the ties, and then you had to stitch in the ditch to catch the underside when you were stitching it. Now the only thing I did, or didn't do it wrong, there's nothing wrong, I didn't have the right colour cotton, so I used white. Well, you can't really see it, but if you get up close you can see it in certain areas. So future reference, make sure I get matching thread when I make something. And yet again, I forgot to pre-wash the fabric. I do it on every single thing I make. I know I have to pre-wash it, or it's recommended that you pre-wash the fabric. And I know that it's in my mind to pre-wash the fabric, and every time I see the pattern, get my pins, scissors out, I forget. So I didn't pre-wash that. I haven't pre-washed this, but I have made other things with this chambray, not this pattern, but I've got 6 chambrays in total, and I've not pre-washed any of them, and everything I've made is washed lovely and hasn't shrunk, so thank goodness. So but I must remember seriously to pre-wash. It just goes out my head and I forget, and I'm in the sewing zone. Are you like that? When you get going you just completely forget, and you're just totally in it's like a sewing daze, I suppose. But anyway, so that is the Roscoe blouse, and I just love it. This again, simple, super simple make, and I'll show you the drawn diagram. And again, it's really simple. There's a front, there's a back, 2 sleeves, and the sleeves, it's like a raglan type of sleeve, so there's no faffing about with fitting, squeezing sleeves in. And you just then gather the neck to fit the bias tape for the neck, and you do the same for the sleeves, and then you hem it. So it's super simple. So that is a Roscoe blouse by True Bias. So yeah, so that is the Roscoe blouse, and this is going to be a perfect staple piece for my wardrobe, because I love the fact that the sleeves are just like 3/4 just above your wrists, and just be perfect. So it's going to be a perfect staple piece for my wardrobe. So I'm going to make a few more of these in different fabrics, and and then I'll always have a blouse that I can just throw on and either wear a long sleeve tee underneath, or just as it is with a vest underneath. And I really love it. Really another simple make. So really pleased with both these makes. Super simple. No time at all. The only fiddly bit really was, well, not even fiddly, but the only time consuming bit for me was making sure I got my bias tape nice and neat on the edges of the Almada Robe, and maybe just the gathering on the neck, make sure I got all the gathers equal on the neck on this Roscoe blouse. So really chuffed with this week's makes. I'm a bit disappointed that I didn't get the third thing made with the cat fabric, but that will be next on the sewing table, so I'll keep you posted on that. So yeah, so that's what I've been making this week, and you can obviously follow me on Instagram, where I'm posting pictures of all the makes that I do over on Loopy Mabel's Closet, so you'll find me over there. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give me that lovely thumbs up, and obviously don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell at the side too, and then you'll be notified whenever my videos go live. And I am trying to build my subscribers, because obviously I've split my 2 channels now. So I've got Loopy Mabel's Crochet on the other channel, and I'm starting all over again here on Loopy Mabel's Closet with my dressmaking. And I really do appreciate when you do subscribe, because obviously I'm trying to build my subscribers up. And but yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed my makes. Please don't forget to leave some comments in the box below on what you thought or what you've made too. And as I say always, until the next time, please take care and happy sewing.